So today's twins' birthday. So I'm bringing them up here for lunch right now at Viking Buffet. She's doing a little picture with them right now. Yeah. I can't believe they're only 6 years old.
Gonna eat?
Yeah, I am gonna eat. I only eat small, so I got plenty of time. Right here is our table. You want to set that down? You can get another plate, get whatever you want. Go help yourself. There's some taco and sushi stuff and all right over there. That's good, huh? Did you put a firecracker in that? Huh? Has he got a firecracker in it? Boom! Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You see, it's 8:10 in the morning right now. The guys just got here getting a new work day started. And today the work starts out actually first right here in the house. This CR that's right on the other side of this wall right here down this little hallway, we have never put a sink in. And we use it, but didn't have a place to wash your hands, and kids keeping their toothbrush over by the shower and all. So yesterday I bought a ready-built vanity with a super strong sink. Man, that sink weighs a ton. We'll need to anchor that to the wall, and then with a mirror and a light and everything. And so real late in the day yesterday when I got back, because it took them hours to get me loaded out at the place I bought all this stuff. Literally, I'm not exaggerating, that hours. We just kind of barely got started on it and just kind of get a feel for what we need to do. And today we're about working on that, and we're going to be down there at that beach cabin working on that also. So this video is just still going to be included with the beach cabin build, though. Let me show you what we're doing here. So this is that sink, man, and this is a cast sink, man. Boy, that joker is heavy too. It's not sure right off the top of my head how long that was. So we're 3 foot long. I think it's like 40 something inches. And it's got a little vanity base that we're still working on here. We got it slid out from the wall. Joelle's cutting out where a couple of the water pipes and stuff. He needs to cut the backing on it open for those. So working on that, and then I've got this big mirror that it come with. It's got little pre-built little cabinet pockets. It's kind of hard to see it in here, but we'll look at it again later. It's got lights and plugs and everything. I mean, little shelves and cabinets and all. I bought that. This was the display unit at their place. They actually haven't had any inventory of these things. And so I talked them into selling me the display. So they kind of packaged it up like this, and I got it. And they gave me a nice discount on the display too, even though I didn't even ask it. They did it on its own. So it treated me really good. It just took them a long while. They were very careful getting this down, cleaning it all, making sure it didn't have any damage. So I ordered in some other things too that came in, and I ordered some additional ones for a buddy of mine also. He's going to put over at his property. And let me show you what else I got. These are solar lights. So these are all of mine right here. We're going to be putting up around, and then I've got some for my buddy Paul also, that he's going to put some like those up at his property and light up his driveway and all going into his land. And you know, I've already been running some of these for a long while, and I've had really good luck with them here. Now the difference of these and the ones that I currently have is these have a plastic body, and the ones I currently had like a die-cast body. But in all honesty, I'm happier, I think, maybe with the plastic, because being here by the salt water, some of those die-cast ones, the ones that was closest to the salt, really got ate up by the salt. So I'm hoping that the plastic in this case will be an improvement. I like these lights. I've been using these style here on the property for years and back in Texas, and they've been very handy. These are my 45-day chickens, and let me tell you a little bit about that, kind of educate up. The 45-day chicks there, some people may not realize what those are. Those are, you know, a crossbreed of different chickens that create a genetic mashup that causes these chickens to grow super fast in a short period of time. And they grow so fast that they almost go through a ball period, because they're losing the chick feathers, you know, the little fuzzy chick feathers, and their body's growing so fast before they can grow in their permanent feathers that it'll go through a period of a molting to where there's bald spots on them, right? And then that'll eventually fill in. And then they're so heavy that they sit on their bellies a lot, and their bellies will stay almost featherless a lot of times, because they're just gluttons, just gorging on feed, because the genetic mashup in them tells them just eat. And that's exactly what they do, and they grow really fast. But I've had some people that caught a glimpse of them, and they thought that they're lacking something. Oh, you know, you need to give them vitamin D or this and that and all. And not, they're actually very healthy. They're very healthy. They're just that breed of fast growing that they go through this little funky weird period, and their life is only 45 days or less than if they're ready to harvest before then, because you got a feed conversion period. And when you see that they're no longer really growing and they're just eating feed and maintaining, it's time to harvest them, because now you're going to start losing money because you're just putting food into them to just maintain them. And plus your meat's going to start getting maybe tougher then, and you risk them having a heart attack, having a stroke. I know, isn't that all crazy, right? But their body grows so big that they can't carry the mass. And this is what, you know, we've done to produce, you know, human beings have done to produce nice big large meat chickens that can grow in a short period of time. Can you imagine globally in every little village and country around the world, and big cities and everything. Can you imagine how much chicken globally is consumed every single day on this planet? If you put all those chickens into one area, some hectares or acres or whatever you measure by in your country, could you imagine how much surface area you could cover with how many chickens are consumed in a single day? So because of that, they have to do things like this. And we raise those here, and we constantly raise them, because I raise these with no medications. There's no antibiotics, there's no medicines in any way that's going to go into these. Now, I have a friend here in the Philippines, a foreigner friend, that I would actually call him a friend. He's just a super nice guy. And him and his wife recently took some classes or something. Now, I don't know all the details, and I'm not going to claim to, so that they could sell chicken or something like that. And so they had to take some kind of class. And one of the things they taught them in the class and all, and I guess if you're going to sell any chicken or raise them on a commercial basis, is you have to give them all these medications. If I have that right from what I learned from him, you have to. It's like the law. And I'm glad I'm just raising for my own consumption right here, that I do not have to be forced to put all of this stuff inside my chickens. And I've even had Melinda's family, oh, you need to do this and this and this. Who said you need to do that? So and so. You know, it's just what you do. You know, you just put poison in them. That's just me calling it poison, okay? That's my opinion. And no, you don't have to. And we don't need to pour all this stuff in their water and all that. You know, don't create a problem until there is a problem. And we have real good luck with them. Now, one thing, I know this is a video, it's going to be about what's behind me here, but just bear with me, because this is a lifestyle channel too, and part of our lifestyle is being independent and growing a lot of what we consume and all. Not everything, but a lot. I never put the 45-day chickens near my Rhode Island Reds. I keep them on total opposite sides of the property, because if those Rhode Island Reds carried some kind of illness, they don't jump to these, and I'll drop them all overnight, you know, lose them all. Or if these 45 days carry something, it don't make my Rhode Island Reds sick. Melinda's like, yeah, you need to take those over there and put them with other chickens, you know, and put their pen inside the pen with the others, and then they're all in one area. No way, Jose. And I still try to teach her that, and sometimes she still misses the point, you know, but she gets there. Melinda's like, you're gonna have those chickens over there, and they're gonna smell a little bit right over by my green truck, where we're gonna have guests. Well, not 100% of this property is for guests, okay? I told her, we still have a life here of our own, aside of guests, and we can keep it clean, and we can keep smell down and all that, and you know, guests can come and see our chickens growing, and we might get some quail and all too. I love quail eggs, and I just love quail. So we might get some quail and have a little quail run over there on that little side spot too. But not everything's just about rental or guest or money. You got to have your own space in your own life also. So yeah, that's what's going on here. And now let me show you this. So first thing I'm going to show you is that we took these and we made steps going here, and I knew it when I set them down. I would joke with the boys. I said, let's get these spaced so Melinda can fill them, the gaps with stones, and boy did she ever start. I woke up this morning, looked out, and she was already out here early gathering different color stones, doing what she does, and she's still working on it. I see she got some white ones here, and I knew she would do that from the time that I laid these down here, man, and I just laughed. So let's get on now to the cabin. Well, I didn't just shoot video out here constantly when they're just nailing on siding, bamboo siding, because you can only show it so much. But here it is, man. Isn't it just beautiful? Is it just beautiful or what, man? Yeah, and I will still put a finish over this. I got the guys started. I showed them how I wanted it, did the first few pieces myself, and then they took over and actually did a better job than I did, because I burned it a little wide over there and they burned it a little bit more narrow, and I like it. I like it completely. And this is the wonderful thing about this crew I have, is that, man, you can get them pointed on something like this and they just go with it. So all this side's done. Now this under the window, there's still a little bit more that's going to happen. That's a piece of bamboo that's just split. That's like, that's a strip, that's a strip, that's a strip, and that's one piece of round bamboo that they break it open and lay it out flat. And then I burn those, but there's still something else going to happen with that. We're not totally done with it yet. And all down the side back here against fence, and Miller's handsaw in that. And I tell you what, a handsaw is the only way to go on it, because you vibrate this stuff a lot, it'll start splitting and shredding if you use a power saw. So the gentleness of that right there is what you need. Is inside in here, Mock's doing a little woodwork, so he's already actually working pretty quick here. We're gonna go up the wall with this, I think just about to right there, and then we're looking at maybe putting this short bamboo, this small bamboo, inside just above that. And that's what we're deciding on right now, and he's waiting for me to make a decision here. So yesterday I bought a plastic door for this CR. I normally don't buy this kind of stuff, but being a small room and out here, and a lot of the doors get ate, you know, with termites and things like that. I just chose to buy this plastic door. I mean, I think it'll be just fine out here in this little cabin. You know, we get all the stickers peeled off of it, and I got a stainless steel doorknob I can put on there. But that's going to go in here. I bought this shower enclosure. It's one of those round ones, one of those curved ones, and that's the pan to it. And they sold me also the display. They had none in stock, and they're not going to have any in stock for a long time. And I said, look, just sell me that display. Well, they had a brand new pan, so they left the pan that's been out on display, left it in place, but they took the enclosure apart and it was in perfect condition, and they sold it to me also for a discount. And we got it kind of covered up here right now with all the parts to it, and the glass is in there, so we're going to be getting that in. Then I need to cover two of the walls right back there where the shower is going. It's going to need to be waterproofed. And what I decided to do was I bought this Hardy board right here. Now, in the U.S., Hardy makes a biker board for tile, but I haven't really seen it here, and it's made from the same material. And this is a little rough on one side here, over on this side, and it's smooth on this side. So I'm gonna put the smooth side against the wall, and I'm gonna put the rough side facing out, and then I'm gonna take and have the boys to make nice grid lines on it, and they're going to take a drill bit, they're going to drill a whole bunch of small holes in that. And the reason being is when we put the tile in the tile adhesive can squeeze through the holes, you know, and kind of droop out on the other side. And that's the way they did old school plastering and all, and that allows it to grip, because if it tried to grip on that other surface on the other side, even though it's rougher than this, it can still pop off. But once it can ooze through a hole like that, and it locks it in there and it can't pull loose. So I'm just creating my own biker board with this Hardy board right here. And then we'll put a lightweight tile, not a real thick heavy tile. I looked at some. We'll put a lightweight tile on it and do two walls with tile, and then it'd be glass coming around in front of it. So there we are, that little shower pan right there. And so I just now have mocked to mark exactly where it's going to come out to on the walls on both sides, and for the drain coming through right there. And it had a little drain pipe kit right here, goes in the bottom. So what he's going to do now is kind of like he's doing over here right now. He's going to add wood blocks for nailers in between right here going up. He's going to add one because this comes so close. He's going to add some right next to this, so we have some nailers there. By you right here, Francis. And Mock's in full attack in here, attacking the walls, beating them up. Mock, once you get a small piece of bamboo and go across right here, so we can do the same thing. So what we did here is we went just over the frame about a ½ an inch. And so I want him to be able to do the same thing here. I don't want just those little lumps and openings. So get one of the smaller pieces like this and stay down and go over this. And then you can put the other pieces right down at the top of it. Put one piece straight across. Straight. Yeah, and leave enough here to nail your bottom. Yeah. Maybe even a little past the middle. Get a small piece so you don't have to go too far down. You kind of keep it down so you got plenty to nail. Because if you nail right on the very end, it's going to split. Yeah. And that's okay as long as it don't hit the screen. You can bring it on down some. Yeah. We cut a hole in the floor here for the shower unit. Joel just got done doing that. This thing came with a pipe. Where did I lay it at? Here. That drain pipe. Is it back in the box? Yeah, here it is. It came with something a little different than what we use like in the West. See it coming right down and going into a P-trap and all. It comes this. Apparently it's got some kind of vent tube right here too. And if this ever got the leaking right here at this joint, let me pull this plastic. Oops. If that ever got the leaking right there at that joint, well then it would be dripping down onto the floor and could rot the wood and all. So we cut a long slot out, and that way it has a place that can just drip straight to the ground, right on down to the ground. And then I'll seal up around between the shower pan and that floor so creatures can't crawl in and be living underneath there in that shower and all. We'll get it all sealed up properly. I've got some cans of that spray foam. I can go around and put a bead of it around the edge of that hole. I want it where anything that drip, if this drain leaked anywhere or on these joints, that it drips straight to the ground, not into the floor. So we oversized the hole too, so it has a little boundary around it there of catching that water. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Close this again real quick, Joel. Close this again. Is it? Let's see. We got it.
Yes.
No, it's too close to the wall down there. Now see, it's even there now. Pull that back open again. Let it close back. Still barely with it. Barely. I think we can adjust that out. The hinge, adjust that hinge a little bit. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's do it right there.
Dalang na.
Ano yung bumilos?
O, ito mga dos.
Sana mag-lock?
So he needs to go by the elbow.
Yes, boss. Elbow.